Boulevard extension. State bond measures recently passed by the California voters will also help us achieve other goals. Based on a per capita allocation, Torrance is anticipating the receipt of $7.5 million that will be used to replace diesel-powered buses with alternate fuel vehicles. This brings us to the topic of conserving energy and resources. Torrance is also taking steps to care for its environment. Just a few weeks ago, the City Council approved a volunteer green waste recycling pilot program. During the month of May, the city will provide its residents in the north and south sides of the city with recycling bins specifically to collect green waste. With potentially 16,000 tons a year of green waste that could be collected and recycled from our residents, this program significantly helps the city reach the state mandate goal of diverting 50% of our waste into materials for alternate use. While this is a pilot program, for now, hopefully it can be made citywide program in the near future. More recently, Torrance residents can now boast that Torrance is officially a cool city. The City Council agreed to endorse the U.S. Mayor's Agreement, which is a localized version of the Kyoto Protocol. This agreement seals Torrance's commitment to reducing emissions by 7% by the year 2012. Capital improvements and facility enhancements and new programs cannot occur without cost. But we've been able to perform these through the diligence of the city in seeking other sources of funding, as I just mentioned, and of course, the responsible management of our budget. On that note, I'm happy to report that the Torrance has a balanced budget. In balancing the budget, the city was able to avoid any employee layoffs and sustain a high level of service provided by our dedicated city employees. It is through their hard work and their professionalism that I am able now to report the completion of a $2 million renovation of Lago Seco Park, improvements to the skateboard park ramps, the Victor Benstead Plunge, and the remodeling of Katie Geisert Civic Center Library. Last year, we were able to serve over 400 teams in our sports program, with over 5,000 youth participating in over 2,600 games. This was no small feat. But as I mentioned the city's achievements, I realized that we are not alone. Torrance has been blessed with sports teams and athletes who excel in various sports. So it's only fitting that we recognize and honor youth who have attained this high level. So the city will be recognizing the achievements of youth sports through a proposed Wall of Honor at the Charles Wilson Park. Additionally, the city has been able to continue the long-standing tradition that has never failed to bring the community together. The city is currently planning its 48th annual Armed Forces Day Parade and a week-long celebration in the month of May, followed by the 27th annual old-fashioned 4th of July celebration at Wilson Park. However, one can only enjoy these events and activities within a safe and secure environment. And Torrance is safe and secure, thanks to our outstanding work of our public safety personnel. Under the leadership of our Chief John New, our Torrance Police Department continues its unparalleled excellence in ensuring our safety, keeping crime to an absolute minimum, even during the busiest times of the year. Recently released statistics by the FBI ranked Torrance as the second safest city in Los Angeles County and the 43rd safest city in the United States, among cities over 75,000 residents. As one of 43 departments out of 46,000 nationwide rated as Class 1, our fire department is more than just a fire department. The Torrance Fire Department has evolved to meet the needs of the community for the rescue and medical emergencies, which continue to increase. I am also proposing the addition of one paramedic unit during the peak hours to further help address potential impacts of the growing median age of the city's overall population. Speaking of population, In Torrance, we are truly have a great mix, from families with really young children to our seniors. And I want to assure you that the City Council is committed to looking into ways to assist everyone. In particular, for those of our seniors, close to 250 new condominiums have been built and completed with more senior units under construction. This is good news. However, I know that fully addressing senior housing will take time, and I ask for your cooperation and patience as we try to address these issues the best way we can. With the cooperation of the City Council, we are looking for ways to provide affordable senior rental housing. The city is diligently working with the school district to explore ways to alleviate some of the district's pressing concerns and offer assistance in finding the best solutions. I think we all wish that answers will come to us in a blink of the eye, but we all know that solutions take time to discover. Often, they come from harmonious cooperation of willing and committed parties. We are fortunate that the city has our own Chamber of Commerce, the South Bay City's Council of Governments, the school district, and many other organizations willing to partner who work to find ways to overcome current and future challenges of Torrance and the South Bay region. Like I said before, preparing for the future begins today. So through the updating of the general plan, we are preparing now for the future of our city. As I mentioned, Torrance is a city that strives to maintain balance among its numerous and diverse elements. The idea of Torrance as a balanced city goes back to our roots. Time and time again, the community has confirmed that Torrance wants to stay this way. Taking into consideration all the changes that has happened, the general plan update will help us confirm and redefine our vision for the city. Along with a citywide traffic study that's ongoing, we are also updating the strategic plan to help us chart a course on how to remain a balanced city. I am aware that currently there is still a slight imbalance when we look at the downtown area. So I've asked to include a separate element focusing on the revitalization of this historically rich area of town. It will take time, but I am committed to taking steps to restore this area to its prominence. Signs of progress in 2006 can be seen with the city's experience of record-breaking amount of building activity. This intense amount of building activity indicates that Torrance is truly a dynamic place. But I guess you already knew that. This is why we help our business community continue to grow, why we improve our facilities and enhance our programs, why we support our schools, why we improve our streets, why I, along with the City Council, am here to help each member of the Torrance community lead a full and enriching life. As you can see, a lot has been accomplished, and a lot is underway. A lot more is being planned. Together with my colleagues on the City Council, we have begun to do our part, and I want to thank you all for your support and cooperation. I want to challenge you in your own ways through your own work and organizations to join us in this continuing effort to improve the quality of life for all of us in the city of Torrance. I truly want to thank you for listening.